friends and creatives from around the globe. Welcome to Hither and Yon Studio. DJ here, and today we're working on some dangles. And this was a viewer request, so I figured I would bring you some ideas. I'll show you a variety of them, from simple to more complex, and then maybe we'll make a couple. If that sounds good, then stick around. It might be a bit of a longer video because the process of making these is a creative process, and it just takes a while. But maybe you'll just want to see some of the ideas that I have here and then move along. Either way, let's go through some designs. Now, this is probably a drop in the bucket because these, like everything else that is art, is a creative process, and we all have our own ideas, and so yours will obviously look different than mine. Maybe you'll try to recreate some of the ones I created here, but you know, your aesthetic might be different, your journal might be different, you're gonna match a theme, things like that. So there's a ton of ways to make dangles. So let's start with some of the more simple designs. So this is just a label that I cut out of paper. I coated it with UV resin, basically nail gel, clear, and the UV activated kind, I put it under one of those little lamps I got on Amazon for like 10 bucks, and it made it like a little hard and shiny. And then I just punched a hole in it and put it on a bulb pin. Very simple design. And you can make these in a variety of different types, and you could do butterflies, you could do flowers, you know, anything that you like. That's a pretty simple one. This one's also pretty simple. It's just a bead on a bulb pin. This happens to be a fabric bead that I created with fabric and I used it in this dangle. So I just wrap fabric around a toothpick, and I make fabric and paper beads. If you'd like to see a video on that, let me know. But there's a ton of videos out there on YouTube, so you can go find one, but this is mine. And then I just put some bead caps on the ends, some metal beads. I put a piece of wire through, bent it to make these loops, and then I just put a bulb pin and another little bead on the end. So that's a simple one also. These are fun. These are made from paper clips, and you just wrap a piece of paper around. We'll make one of these today. And there's a jump ring on there with some different colored beads. So this is a good way to kind of match your theme. If you have some charms that, like you're doing a mermaid journal and you got some mermaid charms or some fishtails or something, or some green and blues, you could kind of match your theme. That's on a bulb pin. And then it's got a little piece of lace on here and a little chain with a bead. I'm gonna show you a variety of these, and if you don't have the tools or the beads, don't worry, because there's some that you don't need any of that for, right? This one is a hidden paper clip style that is very dangly, and it really is just using paper and some string. I do have a paper clip, a little Tim Holtz safety pin, and a bulb pin on here, but you could just do string on both sides. And basically, because it's a hidden paper clip, and I'm going to see if I can get this between the designs here, you can put this over a page in your journal, and then you'll have these dangling on one side of your page and these on the other. And all I did here for this one was I took some string and I put these cutouts on it, and these cutouts are if you've ever got a Tim Holtz paper pack, you know how there's the designs, and maybe other paper packs, there's the designs that they show you of what's in the pack, which is part of the packaging. Well, I cut them out and I make them into little pieces of those designs, and the packaging is shiny, but the paper isn't. And so I just glued a couple of them together. On this one, I did a little die cut. I punched out some holes with my hole punch and just put them on there. And then these were just pieces of some words I cut out of a book page and put on the other side. So very easy. And then I just punched some holes in my paper clip and just hung them off of there. So very simple, and you don't need a lot of tools to do this. On this side, like I said, it's just some tags hung with some of those other metal elements. These are both Tim Holtz, this paper clip and this safety pin. And then this is just a bulb pin. And then you can just dress this up different on both sides. You can use the paper to kind of match the theme of your journal. And it's a fun way to add some movement without a lot of, you don't need a lot of tools to do that one. Corks are great. I love corks. I inherited a bunch of corks, and I successfully created my own collection of corks through means I wish not to discuss. But here you can use corks to kind of make a dangle, right? So what I did with this one was I drilled a hole through the center of it with a drill. But if you're not comfortable with a drill, you can hammer a nail through it. Just don't do it on your kitchen floor. Do it outside into the grass or something. Or you can just use a big pin or an awl. An awl will go right through. And then I put a piece of wire through. And the tops of these are just pieces of paper that I cut out with my hole punch. You can get, I think, cork caps. I think they sell them, but I don't have any. So this is what I did. I used pieces of paper. I put the piece of wire through and then made the ends rounded like this so I could hang a jump ring and a lobster claw. And this can clip on, you know, your journal, the end of your journal, to kind of dangle on the spine. And then I just put some lace that I wrap some wire around and a little key. Super simple. These are actually, they kind of remind me of hairpins, but they're a piece of jewelry findings. And it's this topper and then a long wire, which I put through and then curled on the end to make it a hook there to hang off this charm and bead. And then the top, I just put a mini lobster claw and some chain. And now this can hang off of anything I want. So those are some corks. This one's just a piece of paper. I put some eyelets in either side, you know, kind of dressed it up a little with some book page and a sticker. I put a piece of paper over this and then punched through. And then it's just hanging with a little charm. That's simple. This one's fun. This was Pinterest inspired. Super easy to do. I just have a bulb pin that I have pushed through some lace and fabric and ribbon. And I just cut the ends like a flag there. Put my bulb pin through and then just fed it through a couple of buttons. And yeah, super simple. But I did see this on Pinterest, so this not my original idea. Super easy though. You could do this with paper too. I just did it with fabric. This one uses a jewelry finding that's made for tassels and that. So this one, I just found some lace and some ribbon and some chain, and I fed it, you know, I wrapped it with some wire. I fed the wire through and made a little attached ring there, and then put a jump ring and a lobster claw. And these, you know, I just put some beads on the end. There's some charms here, a little feather or a wing rather, and some dragonfly and a dragonfly. Oh my goodness, I can't speak. And anyway, this can clip on your journal too. And I recently found these, which I didn't even know existed. I'm so happy I found them. I saw somebody using them, but these are brads that you can put through a hole on the spine of your journal and then, you know, kind of attach them to your journal. And then these you can hook on stuff like this. How cool is that? I love these. And I have a couple of different sizes, but I got these on Amazon. Very fun. Okay, so that's that type. These are a little more complex, and obviously these have jewelry pieces, but you could do this with some ribbon and stuff and then just tie a string around it, something like this, right? And just hang it that way. You could just tie a knot in the end and do that. So you don't need the complex tools. So if you don't have them, don't worry about it. We'll make a couple of different ones today. All right, so this is a bulldog clip that has just some chain and some charms. These beads were in my stash. These charms I actually sell in my shop. So if you'd like to get them, they come in a full set. You get a bunch of these with some different designs on them, and then you get a few of these with some different words on them. And so I'll put the link below if I can remember. But if not, just go to hitherandYonStudio.com and you'll find them there. All right, and then this can just clip anywhere. You can just clip it on the side of any page, you know, in your journal. You can hang it off, you know, one of the tabbies or whatever. Super fun. This one's simple, 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 and no tools needed. So basically I had this paper clip in my stash, and this isn't my aesthetic, but when I have a commissioned journal, someone might want a certain color. And so I have some stuff in my stash that has some color in it. And so I just tied a piece of lace to the top of this paper clip. These came in Happy Mail. I didn't buy them, so I don't know where. I'm sure they're on Amazon or Temu or one of the many sites out there. And then I just put some beads on a string and then strung it through here. And now this can just attach to a page in your journal and kind of dangle off. You could do it on the side if you want. If you make them really long, they can hang out the bottom of your journal. So super simple. Look, we just tied some beads on there. No tools necessary except your finger tools. All right, so those are some of the ideas. Let's let me go through some of the stuff I have. I have corks, obviously. You just saw them. I showed you those clips. This is pretty much like my dangle stash. And, you know, there's some charms and stuff I use throughout my journal, but this is kind of like my dangle kit. If I want to create dangles or some jewelry for my journals, this is where I go. So if you don't have all this stuff, it's fine. You know, you don't need it all for some of these designs like this. You don't need these tools for this. You just need some ribbon and some buttons. For the paper one, you just need some paper and some paper clips. Everybody's got paper clips. These are left over from my jewelry making days, which I wasn't very good at, which is why I don't make jewelry. But I've had these for a very long time. So I use these to twist my jump rings, and this just helps me bend the wire so I can make those little edges that I can clip things onto. I have all of these miscellaneous findings that, you know, mostly use this for the jump rings and the bead ends and these little elements. I have a bunch of beads. I have so many beads, but I kind of keep a stash here in my craft room of just different kinds of beads in my aesthetic. You know, everybody's got their own style. I have some paper and fabric beads. Like I said, I make these myself out of magazine and book page and fabric. And I just wrap the fabric or the paper around toothpicks, and then I cover it with Mod Podge and let it dry. And then I have these paper beads. So those are super easy. Everybody can make them. There's a ton of videos on YouTube. So if you don't have beads, you can make some. This is just this is like my junk drawer of findings for everything. So I have some of these lobster claws in here. I have some of these that you use to make tassels, just some miscellaneous charms, things like that. So I keep this around as well. This is more of a silver theme. These are charms that you can hang off of ribbon or string. So I have a bunch of these. This one's a little sea turtle. Look how cute. Silver is not my aesthetic, but there's times that silver works, so I keep them around. Same thing with these. I have colorful beads, some pony beads, just some plastic beads that I use from time to time when I need them. And then I have another junk drawer of miscellaneous jewelry items, pieces, charms, things that I'll use on the journal. So I kind of just keep this around, not necessarily for my dangles, but for other things within my journals. Isn't that so cute? It's a little bird cage. All right, there's that. And so these kind of all stay in this little box, you know, and I just kind of tote it around as I need it. And then I have this old this oldie but goodie. This is from my scrapbooking days, and I did some doll making. So these used to hold all my components for that. I have another one of these, but it's empty at the moment. But this is where I kind of keep all the, like, you know, pieces that I might use in stuff like this. And I have a bunch of this seam binding that I get from a shop on Etsy. It's, I saved her paper here. It is my Scrap Cabin Shop. So if you look up that shop name on Etsy, I bought these years ago. I saw Gail Augustinelli had these on her Etsy shares, and I wanted them so bad because of the colors, and so I ordered like a full set of them in different colors from the shop, and I've been using them ever since. So I have a bunch of those in here. Just some random yarn and ribbons and stuff that I might use. Some words that I like to use on those paperclip ones. Just some wire and chain, paper clips, lobster claws. Oh, and these are fun. These are like fishing lures. These. I think they use them for fly fishing. I'm not 100% sure, but I got a full box of these in all different sizes. So these are fun because they spin, and they're great for dangles. This is a Tim Holtz version. So there's some different sizes. And then I think these are from the Ideology line. And then just some silver lobster claws. Some charms. These are fun. These are like those loose leaf binders pieces. I use these for journals too. Bulldog clips, bulb pins in different colors. I use these also for stitch markers if you crochet or knit. And then I have a couple of these that are kind of in the process of being started. These are fun, brass clips. I like to use these and put fabric over them. I'll just hold on. So like, imagine this is a piece of fabric, and I just kind of hang it off of there and then make dangles with those. I have these in a couple sizes. I think these were either AliExpress or Amazon, because when I bought these a few years ago, I didn't even know what Temu was. Just regular safety pins, and then just keys, charms, miscellaneous stuff that I might use. So this is kind of like my dangle kit. I'll put this to the side, and then we will get started with a make. And you know what? We have some of these, right? But let's make one. These are really simple, and you can use up your scraps. So I always have scraps around somewhere. Of course. I always have scraps around, except today. Today I don't have any scraps around. All right, here's a scrap. All right, so you basically want to measure it so that you have a little on each end, because that's what you want, you know, to have to hang your stuff off of. So I'll just cut this piece like so, and take one of my paper clips, and I'm just going to kind of wrap it over, and you could use book page as well. And then I wrap it as much as I can for whatever I have, and then we're gonna glue it in place like so, and I'll just cut off the excess like that. Super simple, right? Everybody can do this. You can do it. And then I slide it up so that I can kind of ink it, because you know how I love my ink. And we'll go up this way like that. Really easy. We'll get a word from some of these words. Let's see, how about morning dew? This one's kind of got that blue in it, so that'll work. And we'll glue that on. Like so. You could put a little piece of lace under there like I did with the one I showed you here. It's just a hint, you know, a little scrap. It's perfect. And then we can hang some stuff off of these, right? We got a few of them. From Let's Do Something Really Simple. We'll just take a little jump ring here, she says, as it goes away from her. Okay, no problem. You can run away. That's fine. We'll just take one of these jump rings. And I am no jewelry maker, so all the jewelry makers out there, you're probably cringe at the way I do these, but that's okay. It's fine. It's fine. It's all going to be okay. And I'm going to attach that, and then I'm also going to attach a bead. So, let me see if I got one that's already got an end on it. I do. I've got this cool little bead that has an end on it, so we can put that on there. And again, you know, if you're trying to match your theme, you go ahead and you match your theme with the colors that you have. And so we have that, and then we can just take a blue one. Do I have a blue? I do. See, we're getting the blue in here. We got, oop, a little blue bulb pin. We can attach that, and then that will attach in your journal. Now, if you have like a tab that comes off of your journal, you can just put a hole in your tab and then attach this, and then this will hang off the side. If you want to have it kind of hang out the bottom, what you can do is, instead of having this bulb pin, you could put a big piece of string and kind of maybe loop it over a page, and then have something on one side and something like this on the other, and then it'll hang below. This one's a little long for that, in my opinion, but, you know, just some ideas. All right, so that's this one. See, that was super easy. That went together quick. This one is butterfly. So, let's see. Just looking through the charms here. Oh, look at this pretty one. This is definitely not something that I normally use. And I'm just trying to see, well, you know what? These antennae are actually attached, so I could string something through there. Let's see. Maybe I'll just use some string, right? I don't have to use wire. Let's see how we can do this. So I want this to go through my butterfly. And then I'll knot it up here. So I don't need this much. Probably don't need that much either. But I need a knot to kind of hold it together. And you can just do these on the fly, you know, you make whatever fits your journals. All right, so I just tied a little knot. I kind of fed it through there, and now I'm going to feed it through here and loop it in there. So I just fed that through my paper clip, and now I'm going to slide this butterfly through that loop. Oop. And there we go. We've got that little butterfly hanging off of there. That's kind of cool. I like that a lot. That's so pretty. And then I don't have any white, but I have like a pinkish fold pin, and this can just go through the top. These are some of the easier ones to make. Super fun. I could also have strung like a paper bead on there, but that's fine. All right, this one we could put a little chain on. How about we do that? We'll take a piece of this and maybe we'll double it. It'll give us more bang for our buck. There we go. Throw that on the floor so I can step on it later. You know how that goes, right? It's always those little pieces that fly away. All right, so we need some jump rings, some smaller ones. Well, we'll attach it with one, and then we'll put some beads on the end of it. And we'll try to match the color of that butterfly. So I'm just going to have my chain. I want these to be 2 different lengths, you know, and then I'm just going to attach my jump ring in the center here, where, like that. And then to my paper clip. Maybe. Get that jump ring back in place. All right, so we have that. That's fun. And then I want to attach some beads and maybe a charm. Let's see. I don't really, this is a little green. What's this one? No. Do a white one. See, this is why the video takes long, is because there's the decision process. So we have that one. Maybe, where are those colorful beads? Let's see, maybe we have some green ones in here. We do. These are much brighter. That's a pony bead. That might not work so well. That's not green. Here's one. That's pretty. I want one that I can put a post through and make a loop on top. So I'm going to put you back there. Now I'm going to look in here. Let's see. I know there's white ones in here too somewhere. Come on. Okay, I have a couple there. So what I want to do is put a post, one of these through it. See how it has a head at the bottom so that the bead doesn't fall off. So I'm just going to put one of these through and then another one through. This one might not be long enough. Let me see if I have one that is slightly bigger. This one's longer. This post. All right, so let's do this again. Hope you can see. It's kind of hard. It's fidgety, and my nails and my fingers are in the way. My big meaty mitts. But I'm just stacking the beads like that. Okay, and then I'm going to take this tool and I'm going to make a rounded end. This is why I never made jewelry. I could never figure out exactly where on this tool to line up my wires so that I got right to the bottom. It would work every so often, and then other times it wouldn't. But basically, I just made a little loop there, and then I'm going to use a jump ring to attach it to one of the ends. and again, if you do not have all these tools, that's not a good one yet, then use what you have. All right, let me do it this way. Make the paper ones. Use string instead of chain. Make paper beads. You have to work with what you have, because that's what you have, right? So we want to create, we want to make beautiful things, we want to make pretty things, so we just have to work with what we have. Look at that. That's cool. I like that. And let's see if we can find a fun charm. How about this feather? I like that one. And, you know, maybe this, you don't like this color, brass. I love this color. But, you know, maybe you want some colorful stuff. You can, if you have some really cool stamps, you can stamp on paper and then fussy cut it out and use some clear nail polish to coat it and make it, you know, so that it doesn't, it's a little more sturdy, and use that as a charm. You can cut pages out of magazines. There's so many things you can do. So just use what you have. That one's really pretty. I like that one a lot. And on this one, I think I want to put like a lobster claw. Do I have any in this? Oh, I do. All right, I'm going to use that. And I have a really big jump ring here, which is probably too big, but you know what? I have it, so I'm just going to put it. Wow, I hope that's good. And then put it. Hello? Look, it just fell off. See, this is why I don't make jewelry. All right, so hold on. I don't know, it's big, but it's fun. That's going to hook on to something. But my jump ring was not closed properly. Improper installation of, say, a Z jump ring. Let's try that again. It's way easier to do this when, oh, look, see? All right, let's do this. You just kind of got to work it so that it meets up. Now I had to put that back on. That fell off. Hold on. Ugh. Guys are like, why is she doing tutorials? I don't know. Why are you watching? All right. My sarcasm runs deep. I have a dry sense of humor. It's not for everyone. Okay, now they're closer together, see? Sort of. There we go. All right, so there's that one, and I have some, you know, my word on the back. That one's pretty. I like that one a lot. Okay, let's do one with a cork, right? Why not? We'll do one with a cork. I have so many now. These are fun. I love making these, so I hope you do too. All right, so I'm going to use a cork. I'm going to use some wire. I have one of those wire straightener things, but it's upstairs. I'm not going to get it. I did drill through this. Let's see how well I did. Hey, I have a little Milwaukee drill that I got that I use, and it drills through cork. But if you're not comfortable with a drill, then you can just use an awl. It's probably easier too. All right, so that looks a little long. All right, so I'm going to do that, and I am going to put some paper on this one. So let me get a scrap. And what is this? Okay, this will work. It's fine. I am going to glue it together because it's kind of a lightweight paper. So let me do that first. Okay, that works. Am I blinding everyone? And then I need to punch a hole. Or two. One. So you can use some paper that might match whatever your journal theme is. I just had some scraps. So that's what I grabbed. And to make this easier, you know, I could probably just force it through, but let me just mark this and punch a hole in the center on each of these. And these will become our cork caps, like you saw in the other one, like that. And yes, I have to draw my hole first because I cannot center it this way and have it actually be centered. And this is just an 1/8 hole punch. It says McGill on it, but it's very old, so I don't know where you would get it at this point. I'm sure they have them everywhere. I haven't looked for one for a while, so I don't know. All right, so now I need to bend these so that I make a loop, right? She says, as everything goes flying. Probably should have made the loop before I put it through here, but that's okay. All right, you can fall. Okay, little loop. Then I just bend it back this way. And then I need one on this side. Same thing. It's a little wonky because my wire was probably too long, but that's okay. There we go. So I have 2 ends there. Maybe we'll put a little dab of 3-in-1 Fabrifix so that these discs stop moving around on me. That's one. Do this before you put the wire in. Just saying. The other one I didn't glue at all. I actually, just the wire held it down, but this wire is a little longer. So no big deal. We'll just glue it down. I like this because we're gluing it to the cork and it just holds better than my PVA glue, my art glitter glue mix. All right, so that's drying. And now we'll put a piece of chain on one, right? Yes. All right, I have this chain. We can kind of put that on the top, and then maybe we'll do the ribbon at the bottom. And these might pull apart, I don't know, but I'm gonna cut them. Okay, I have a little wire cutter inside that pair. All right, and then a jump ring. A jump ring. I have little ones, I have big ones. I'll use this one. And we will attach our wire to that top part. Whichever part, oops, nope, my chain, sorry, this. Right, and then through here, and then we'll close up our jump ring and hopefully it'll stay together. All right, so this can be our top and they can tangle. These also make great Christmas ornaments if you celebrate such occasions. You can make a lot of these as Christmas ornaments. And I have a bigger one of these, so let's put this at the top. Is that what I want to do? Is that what I want to do? Yes, and I'm gonna attach it to this bulldog clip. So, not that, this. All right, I'm just gonna go through this. And then I'm going to go through the top of this, but I'm going to leave a little piece and I'll show you why in a sec. All right, so that's like that. Okay, so now this can clip on the page. And now I can hang a little charm off of that piece that's hanging there. Something very small, like this owl. Look at him. He's so cute. Mr. Owl, you will hang. Some of these jump rings are like a spring. I don't want those. You know, like they go around more than once. So maybe you don't know. That's what I mean. They go around more than once like a spring does. I don't want them. Is that one gonna hang okay? Yeah, I think I'll just put it up a little higher. There we go. Like so. And you can see, like, I can make these all day. Just different designs. There's our little owl hanging out. All right. And then off the bottom, we can put some ribbon. So let's get some ribbon out. Let's get some fun ribbons. We're going to fold them in half. So we'll just eyeball them. Do that one. I have this purple one. Make them different sizes. Make it interesting. I have some of this that has a knot in it. No. Okay. Again, this is just some of that sheet, bed sheet that I tore. You'll do a couple of those, because I like them. I like them a lot. And then I have some of this. It's kind of like that eyelash trim. It's not sort of like, it is. It's eyelash trim. Okay. And maybe some of this blue or dark gray. All right. And we need to attach all of this together. Kind of want to center everything. Right? We're going to make a tassel, so I'm just going to wrap some wire around there, and I'm just going to loop it over my finger. We're going to get out a piece of wire, maybe, yes. See? And while it's looped around my finger, I am just going to wrap this wire around it. Okay. You could wrap it around a pen or something else. Yeah, actually I have this here, so let's do this. I have this pencil here, right? So you can kind of see better. And then we'll just take our wire and wrap it around. All right, and you want it to be, and you could use string also. I just have the wire here, so, but string would work just as well. You want to pick a string that's pretty or another piece of ribbon that maybe matches. Okay, and now just push that down so it's no sharp end. And then this side too, just kind of want to compress it down. Don't want anybody getting poked. Okay, and now we can put a jump ring, maybe, through there. I need a bigger one. Yeah, this one is probably good. Hopefully I can get it through there now. All right, and you just kind of want to work it through your loop. Like that, okay? And then this is going to attach onto here. Where'd my other one go? Here. Okay. We have the strand, and there we go. And you know what? Let's put a little washi around there because I want to. Okay. These can go over there. Let's find a color. This is kind of cool. Ooh, look at these. These are blue. These kind of match that gray. Let's use one of these. We'll do one towards the top and then we'll pick another color and do it towards the bottom. That sounds fun. Or ribbon. You could glue some ribbon around here. Or a picture, right? A doodle. Bet you could doodle right on this cork. All right, so that's one. Like so. That glue didn't hold it all. It's because I'm messing with it. And then there was another one. Let's see, that was that one. There's this one. This time I'm just gonna cut it and wrap it because that was annoying. Okay. Just to add a little pop of color. That's fun. You know, get creative, get in there, get your hands dirty, use your supplies. You know the drill. Maybe we'll glue this down so it doesn't move anywhere once it's down, because you know how washi is. All right, that's fun. You can even put a word on there if you wanted. Somewhere I lost. You guys probably watched it fall. Me and my jump ring skills. Don't buy any jewelry from me. I'm telling you. Someone's going to give me a hint in the comments. I know it. I know you guys. You will. I've never been able to do this right. All right, now it's good. I'm just not paying attention. Okay. So there we go. That's that one. So fun. All right, let's do one where we don't need any of these jewelry supplies. How's that sound? That sounds amazing. Let's do some for the folks who don't have all these supplies. Because I didn't always have these supplies. And there's a lot of supplies I don't have. I'm like, you know, that's okay. We use what we have. All right, so this is going away. All right, let's see what we can do. Let's do one with the paper. Okay. So get some scraps of paper. I have some of these I cut. These two greens would look good together, don't you think? I do. We will grunge it up. Let me use some ground espresso. I will glue them together. All right, so this is a hole punch that I have that has these pretty scalloped edges. But use a hole punch or something that you have. If you have dies, you could do this with a variety of dies, die cuts. You know, just cut out a couple of pieces. I'm putting them together so that it's a little more sturdy, because this is a cardstock, but it's a lightweight cardstock. Okay, and now I think what I'll do is I'll punch a hole in the top and the bottom. And that is where we will hang stuff from. Now, since this is just a cardstock, I'm going to go a little further in just because I don't want it tearing. And if I put my hole too close to the edge, it might tear that edge. And then I'm going to get a bulb pen. These are fairly accessible to everybody. And sometimes when you buy clothing, you even get them for free. So this side, we will put the bulb pin. And then on this side, we can hang a paper clip. I have some of these paper clips here. And we can put that on this side. And you know what? Why don't we cover our paper clip with some paper for some added dimension? So I have a piece of book page here that I'm going to wrap around this. I think I want to attach it before I wrap it, because I'm not going to be able to open it after that. Okay, I had to go stop the noise. Okay, so like that, and then I'll wrap it. This is a great scrap busting, you know, project also. Lots of fun stuff you can do. So I've wrapped that. I'll glue it like so. So now we have that. And we can put something on each side just to give it a little zhuzh it up. You know, I love my butterflies. So let's add this one here. We'll kind of give it some 3D. So let's get the back a little, curl up these wings a bit. Okay, let's glue that down. Like so, right? And let's get a word. Summer. Summer's fun. Put summer on there. We're almost at summer. Oh my goodness. The days are flying by. All right, so that's that. And then we want something on the end of that. Let's see, what can we do? How about some buttons? Or a charm would work too. So if you have some, you know, I don't know what you guys have, you know, you might not have charms, but if you do, we could take another bulb pin and attach it to a charm and then hang that off of here. Okay, and then you kind of have a cool dangle that way. You could also tie a piece of string and feed it through there, like I did with the, where are you? Where are you? This one. You could take a piece of string and put some beads on either end and feed it through there, or through that end, and have that. And then on the other side, you could decorate it as well if you want, or put a piece of paper for some journaling space too. So you could do something like that. And then if you did want to use a button, I have tons of buttons. Oh, I even have a little charm in there. Oh my goodness, look, this came in Happy Mail. I know it did. Look at that little rabbit. He's so cute. But if we wanted to do buttons, let's take the charm off. I think this will be our last one, guys. We're getting there. I'll probably do another one in the future, so no worries. You could do a stack of buttons, because if you have a bulb pin, you have a lot of room there. So let's see. I got a little white one. Okay, I have this other white one. That's fun. They're jingly. Maybe we have a bigger one, like this one. There you go. That took all of the movement away. I don't want to do that. Okay, so there's that. And then these can just hook on like that. So fun. Okay. I hope you enjoyed this. I know I did. I could go on for hours, but you know, you people got to eat dinner and stuff. So thanks for playing along if you did. I hope you enjoyed these ideas. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. I hope I'll see you in the next video. Have a great rest of your day or night, guys. Bye!